By the way, we've got Aldo Perez checking into the game for Alan Kaidik and Harencio, Pido Harencio, playing against his former ball club, seeing action for the first time in favor of Bernard Fabiosa.
And the focus of that trade on your screens, the matchup, Harencio against Brown. Under the basket, there's some action.
Philip Cesar getting his second personal. He was pushing away Norman Black. Team foul situation, they're all squared at 4. 4 minutes, 44 seconds remain first quarter.
Atoiko is also in the ball game.
That's right, I missed Atoy there.
Atoiko, guilty of his first personal foul. Now 5 team fouls for Great Taste. San Miguel Beer with 4. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to play, opening quarter. A lot of people don't know this. Norman has another name. Norman Augustus Black. First foul shot is good. He is the highest PBA scoring import with over close to 8,925 points. He's the leading import among the leading import as far as rebounds are concerned. And Norman has got to be the longest playing import in the country. Harencio. Cesar in the corner. Fields hits it from right of the key.
You know, if Kenny Fields shows us that he can shoot from the outside, that's going to throw the big man out to him, thereby opening that lane for his teammates.
Of course, Baby Dalupan, Coach Baby Dalupan was pointing out that it will take some time for Fields to get into the real groove of the Great Taste. Harencio didn't get it, but got fouled in the process. Ricardo Brown charged with his first personal foul. Pido Harencio played a spectacular game on opening day, as you all remember. Great Taste victory over Shell.
And I remember that last game against Ginebra San Miguel, wherein he came in with about, for Bernard Fabiosa, about 2 minutes, I think, remaining. And he was the hero in that ball game, too.
Don't forget, Adidas is the official outfitter of the PBA. Brown for 3.
So difficult to guard Ricky Brown, because if you approach him, he's going to go in, get the baseline on you. If you don't, he'll take it from the outside, and that's as good as a layup for Ricky.
And he shoots it with a lot of confidence. Samboy. First field goal by the Skywalker. San Miguel in front by 3, 23-20. Time down to 3.5 minutes. First quarter action. Perez. Call box from top of the key. Yes, sir. So they need a big game from Atoiko.
Right, especially from the outside artillery, because San Miguel Beer knows how to clog the lane very well.
Norman.
We're seeing very good percentages from the floor.
Both teams trading baskets. Fields, double team in front of him. And we have
double foul between Aldo Perez and Jeffrey Graves.
Prior to that foul, you could see the defensive rotation of San Miguel Beer. They began to double team on Fields and move out to the other side whenever the ball would swing around. We have a timeout. In the middle of your screens was Mrs. Black, looking at that shot of Norman Black, which did not drop in. Harencio quickly to Cesar.
It's going to count. Yes,
it will count.
And a foul by Ricky Brown, that's his second personal. Actually, Ricky had established position, but he was moving the path of, watch, there, so he was still moving on the path of Philip Cesar. Philip very smartly, very wisely still going and getting his bucket.
2 personals against Ricardo. He moves out in favor of Heck Calma. By the way, if you're as hungry as we are, taste the best tempura in town at the Saisaki Japanese Restaurant and Sushi Bar. The second floor of Kamayan EDSA and at the Coronado Lanes in Pasay Road, Makati. The action continues. San Miguel on a fast clip. We were talking about tempura, not sandwiches. And
yes.
Samboy was sandwiched.
I didn't see that. I think a very hard foul by Rancho. That hurt. That hurt. Watch. He was trying to get the ball, but in the process...
It was his former teammate.
Yeah. Well, Samboy Lim can take that.
Unintentional, of course. Skywalker has 3 points in the ball game.
I'd like to take this opportunity to greet a friend of mine, Anlo. Hi.
Happy watching to you. Atoy. Nothing off the glass. 26-24. Beermen enjoying a 2-point lead. Norman on a fast clip.
San Miguel Beer Serve is starting to get the game going. They're starting to control the tempo of this ball game. Great Taste should not allow them that, because once San Miguel gets that, then forget it.
Don't start a fire with San Miguel. They'll really burn you. But Atoy ko, dousing water.
Yes. That turnaround of his, just like the good old days. You know, I feel Atoy should take more of those attempts from the outside. He's got a very good percentage from outside.
Remember those Mapua days in the NCAA where he was, I think, a 2-time NCAA MVP?
Twice, that's right.
Nobody could stop him.
7 fouls now for Great Taste Milk. That put them in penalty. San Miguel's got 6, a minute and 42 seconds remain in the first period.
But going back to Atoy, he really hasn't lost the touch. And Abed Gidaben hits one from the baseline.
You know, I'll tell you, not very good defenses being put up by Great Taste. San Miguel Beer shooting from 15, 12, 20 feet. Unopposed, actually. Fields. Uh-oh, somebody stuck out a foot. There's Samboy Lim.
You know, sometimes looking at the profile of Kenny Fields, he reminds me of Charles Barkley. Of the 76ers.
That's right. That's very true, Seb.
Watch Baby the Lupin on your screen. Aldo Perez will get a rest, and Joy Carpio, despite the 8 stitches and the kisser.
Yes, they need him definitely inside. Oh, beautiful double screen for Philip, but he missed.
Cesar overshot it, miscalculated the banking shot. Heck, Calma left of the key. Fields for 3.
Yes, sir. No doubt, he's a good all-around player, Sev.
Yes, sir.
Starting to show us just why Great Taste Coffee brought him in.
He's so deceptive.
Great Taste Milk, excuse me.
He's so deceptive, Wacky. You might think that he's slow, but he's not. But there's a foul again on Fields.
Second personal. That's going to send Norman to the line for 2, since Great Taste Milk is in penalty. Well, you know, I just feel that Great Taste Coffee, if they just put up a better defense, they can give San Miguel Beer a run for their money. Because one-on-one, the players on the San Miguel Beer side, you know, with Hecalma, Samboy Lim, even Abed Gidaben, they work very well. So, help defense will have to come into play now, Seb. Otherwise, the one-on-one plays of San Miguel Beer will work for them.
Only 44 seconds left in the first quarter of play. We get the feeling that both teams are trying to feel their way around in this ball game. Nobody has led by more than 4 points, or 6 points rather, at 6-0, and Great Taste went on an early start earlier. Fields is isolated. Arancho. Norman, high up. Hector with nobody else using his left. Hi, Pido. How are you doing over there at Great Taste?
Just 13 seconds remain in the ball game. Enough for one play, maybe 2.
2-man game. Atoy trying to twirl around Samboy. 1 second to go. Unable to put up the shot. 34-29, San Miguel in front. We'll be back. Earlier we were talking about the changes in imports, and our good friend, our colleague here on the Vintage panel, Mr. Tim Cohen, who's here tonight, gave us some news that the import of Shell, the new import, has arrived, Lucky.
Yes, his